spoiler warning because I'm gonna spoil the fuck out of the show for you. Go watch it first and then come back over here. But Nier Automata Season 2 is one of the best anime I have ever watched ever. Coming from a fan of AOT, Vinland Saga, Naruto, I can safely say Nier Automata is really close in my top 5. If not, it's already in my top 5 just because of Season 2 alone. Let me explain. Season 1 of Nier Automata was good, but I think it was quite slow. There was a lot of world building, getting the dynamics of Nines and 2B and what world they live in, the entire history of Yorha and what exactly is going on. And I think Season 1 was the foundation for Season 2 being so great. So just because Season 1 wasn't my favorite, I think Season 1's really important because it builds out the machine life forms, Yorha's mission, being controlled by command, and humans trying to get back Earth. Like, all those little parts and aspects of the story get built on Season 1, and that's why they go apeshit in Season 2. Season 2 was literally non-stop crazy stuff going on the entire time. And I'm not talking about a lot of action scenes of the characters fighting stuff or things like that. Like, that is a part of what I'm talking about, but there was just so many things going on throughout Season 2 that I thought were amazing and added so much to the story. Every single ending of Season 2's episodes were just, I need to watch the next one, like what is coming next? Like, every ending had me wanting to keep on watching it. The themes in this story that I personally really enjoy. The first one I want to talk about is existentialism. It's central to the androids and the machine life forms, questioning the point of their existence. Mainly characters like Nines, this is heavily around Nines' character because he gets killed instantly. He gets killed instantly every single time he figures out that everything is just bullshit. The humans are not alive. There is a bigger presence in Yorha that is just controlling everything, making everybody suffer, all the androids suffer, and pretend there's this war going on when everything is just planned from the beginning. And every single time Nines finds out, he's always questioning everything and trying to get to the bottom of it. He does, and 2B ends up killing them because we find out 2B is actually an execution model and she's supposed to keep people in line, like Nines when he tries to figure out stuff and when he does figure out stuff. I think killing off 2B, my wife, was a huge catalyst to Nines just breaking and crashing out, and also making his existentialism even worse because that was the person he cared and actually loved, even though he's an android. And that made him even question everything else. Like, what is the meaning of life if the person I love is not even here on this planet? And it leads to his demise, which I loved because Nines' characters in Season 1 was very calm, very charismatic, and he loved being near 2B and just, you know, making quirky comments and being a goofball. And then seeing his change from, it's like the light to the dark side, seeing how chaotic, didn't care about his well-being at all at that point. I love seeing that version of him, but it was fucked up. Like, but it happens because 2B dies, which was really sad. And a lot of everybody dies in this fucking show. Like, nothing ends up living at the end of the show, which is insane to me to think of because there was really, you can say there is no point to anything at all because everyone dies, or you can say everybody's finally at peace because the war didn't have to be a thing in the first place. And that's another theme in this story, the endless violence and war, which can be reflected upon the actual world we live in. There is just constant war. So ever since humans gained consciousness, we've been greedy, we've wanted land, we've wanted resources, and we just go at war with each other and kill everybody. It's been a constant thing for hundreds and hundreds of years, and there's might be a fucking World War III right now as we're talking. So it just perfectly aligns with this theme of violence and war being a constant factor in everybody's lives and in these androids' lives as well, because they think they're fighting to get back Earth. It's a facade, and the machine life forms are also fighting back, and they're just killing each other for no reason. You can say that too in real life. Why are we killing each other? There's no reason to it. That's what I think. Also, I think one of the huge things that I really personally enjoyed was Android experiencing human emotions, because they're told that they cannot experience human emotions, but you can clearly see almost every fucking android in this show somehow displays some sort of emotion. And then 2B's like, you can't be doing that, it's against protocol. And I'm just like, what the fuck, dude? Chill out with that stuff for a minute, because It's true. Who knows what's in their programming really, but we get to see them experience human emotions and freak out at experiencing anything like that. When Nines finds to be dead, he gets completely angry and it takes over him, and he wasn't supposed to feel anything like that because he's an android. Or the love between both these characters, they're not supposed to feel that too, but they end up going through it too. So I think the experience of these emotions of love, hate, loneliness were heavily explored, and especially through Nines and A2, because since 2B dies, we see the introduction of A2 in this story more, because we saw A2 in season 1, but she's kind of not really talked about much. We just know she's a rogue android. But in season 2, we get to see her story and what she goes through and how she escapes Yorha. And she's trying to forget about all that stuff because of what she went through, which was really traumatic. She lost her entire family, which was pretty fucked up. And I think this is a perfect segment into the dual dynamics between Nines and A2, because both of these characters both went through something very, very, very gut-wrenching and traumatic. Nines finds out the person he cares about has been killing him fucking for hundreds of times at this point. We don't even know. And A2 loses all of her people and then just has nothing to live for. But these two characters approach life completely different after these traumatic experiences. Nines goes into that void of darkness and it really doesn't care about anything, has a nihilistic view, wants to kill everything and everyone because of the pain he feels. And A2 wants to try and save him and try and stop the machine life forms or the Yorha people from blowing up the moon and the human station. I forgot what station it is, or Yorha station, where all the human like libraries and memories are there. The history of humanity is there. And it's really interesting seeing these two characters choose different paths. Nines is just filled of hate, and A2 wants peace and compromise and wants to move forward from it. And it's really sad seeing Nines go down that path, because we saw him as this whimsical character and he ends up losing everything and completely goes down an insane path. This fucking show caught me off guard because I had completely forgotten about Nier Automata, and then I had heard there was season 2. Shut out my reactions because he reminded me of it. And when I started watching it off of episode 1 of season 2, I knew this story was about to go fucking crazy, because we saw 2B kill Nines at the very end of season 1, starting the loop again. And from there, them showing us that little moment, and that the fact that they've gone through that moment so many times already shows how fucked up this story was, and goes down that path that I wanted it to go down, exploring these dark, deep themes of existentialism, the human experience, the cycle of violence, and what free will is, and if they're really programmed. And there's just so many things in this season that blew my mind and made Nier Automata one of my favorite animes of all time. And season 2 is just fucking amazing. Like, there's so many moments in this story that I could not believe. When I was watching it, I was just like, there's just no way they're going with this. Like, and even the bots that follow them in the air, that the system end up getting some sort of free will and have that human consciousness to them and have them experience emotions as well at the end of the story, which is insane to see too, that the creators decided to go that path, that after everybody dies, even these bots that have been coming out since the beginning, and they get to experience some of that too. It was just a fantastic season. I cannot recommend this anime enough to somebody, because it is fantastic. It is amazing. It is very emotional. It is very dark. And what makes it better is that you think that these people are androids, but in some sense, it's showing what the real world really looks like, what humans go through every day when others like us are fortunate enough to be home with family outside of war. Because there are scenes where people are just gunning down machine life forms, or bombs are exploding and villages are blowing up, and it's just a whole lot of stuff that happened in the show, and I really like it. So guys, we're so close to 1,000 subscribers. If you can hit the like button, subscribe, comment what you think about the video, I'd really appreciate it. I will see you in the next one. Have a great rest of the day, buddy, and peace, everyone.